Unlock the easiest way to manage your property tax without ever leaving your home. Stay tuned to learn exactly how. Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Property taxes are what actually fund the stuff we use every day. Our public schools, county infrastructure, technical colleges, you name it. But figuring out exactly how, where, and when to pay them online can feel a bit like navigating a maze. Well, today, we've got your in-depth guide to paying your property taxes online securely, and best of all, from the comfort of your own couch. Okay, so the absolute first question you've got to ask yourself is, which Rock County are you actually in? I know it sounds a little bit like a joke, but trust me, it is a super common trap because jurisdictional names overlap all over the country. Property owners and even mortgage lenders mix them up all the time. There's a Rock County in Wisconsin, one in Minnesota, another in Nebraska, and then there's a completely different Rock Island County in Illinois. Making a payment to the wrong county isn't just a minor oops. It can lead to severe late penalties, compounding interest, and a massive administrative headache. So to make sure you are totally prepared, here is our roadmap for today. First, the Rock County identity crisis. Second, navigating Wisconsin's municipal maze. Third, Minnesota's streamlined direct approach. Fourth, the Rock Island, Illinois outlier. And finally, number 5, payment portals and fees. All right, kicking things off with part 1, the Rock County identity crisis. Let's figure out where you actually belong. But before we jump into the specific states, we need to clear up one foundational concept that drives your bill no matter where you live, and that's the difference between market value and assessed value. Market value is basically what a willing buyer would pay for your home right now. But your assessed value? That's the market value minus any exemptions you might have, like a homestead exemption. And that assessed value is the actual number they multiply by your local tax rate to generate your bill. So definitely keep a close eye on those assessment notices when they roll around every spring. Moving right along to Section 2, navigating Wisconsin's municipal maze. Okay, if your property is located in Wisconsin, your very first step before paying anything is going straight to taxsearch.co.rock.wi.us. That is the official county database. Just make sure you've got JavaScript enabled on your web browser. Once you're there, you can pull up your spatial mapping, look at the current year tax levies, check your balances, and verify if credits like the lottery and gaming credit were actually applied to your account. Do not skip this step, all right? You absolutely need these precise details before you even think about hitting the payment portal. And here is exactly why looking that up first is so crucial. Wisconsin operates on this dual deadline system. Your first installment is due January 31st and the second is July 31st. But, and this is a big catch, some local municipalities actually collect that first installment directly. Take the city of Janesville, they collect it directly using govtech-taxpro.com. Same for the town of Plymouth. So if you're in one of those specific municipalities, you literally cannot use the main county site for that initial January bill. Now, after January 31st, then the Rock County Treasurer takes over sole responsibility and everything goes through the centralized county portal. You've really got to watch out for these local quirks. Take the city of Milton, for example. The Rock County Treasurer handles the real estate payments there. But if you have unpaid personal property taxes sitting around after January 31st, those get handed over to Milton's own internal accounts receivable system. And here's the kicker, the city will slap a stiff 1.5% monthly interest penalty on those unpaid balances. Honestly, that adds up so incredibly fast. All right, on to Section 3, Minnesota's streamlined direct approach. Just to give you a quick idea of the landscape over in Minnesota's Rocks County, the median annual property tax bill is a pretty manageable $1,590. To put that into perspective, the national median is way higher, up around $2,400. This lower bill is largely thanks to a super competitive 0.97% effective tax rate. So understanding how things work here can really mean some fantastic savings. When it's time to actually settle up, Minnesota gives you 5 clear options. You can mail a check to their P.O. box in Luverne, set up an automatic ACH debit, pay online through the P-Tax portal, walk in and pay in person, or just use the handy courthouse drop box. Now, I highly recommend option number 2, setting up automatic ACH debit. You just fill out a quick form, attach a voided check, and bam! Your taxes are automatically deducted right on the statutory due dates. Plus, you completely bypass all those annoying online card convenience fees. It's the ultimate set-it-and-forget-it strategy. Next up is Section 4, the Rock Island, Illinois outlier. Now, if your property's over in Illinois, you are dealing with a completely different statutory framework. Huge alert here. You cannot use a standard Rock County tax ID. To make any kind of online payment in Rock Island, you absolutely must have your exact 10-digit property index number, or PIN, ready to go. Seriously, if you don't have that 10-digit PIN, the system simply will not let you proceed. And their payment schedule is totally different too. Instead of just 1 or 2 deadlines, Rock Island splits real estate taxes into 4 equal installments. So if we're looking at taxes payable in 2026, those deadlines are June 10th, August 10th, September 10th, and November 10th. The county collector mails those bills out by May 1st. And listen, if you miss even one of those 4 dates, you're going to be dealing with immediate late penalties. Which brings us to Section 5, Payment Portals and Fees. Let's talk about the actual transaction costs. Let's break down how to actually minimize your costs depending on where you live. In Rock County, Wisconsin, the vendor is GovTech Services. Down in Rock Island, Illinois, they use Auto Agent. Now check out those credit card fees. 2.29% in Wisconsin and 2.45% in Illinois. If you're paying, say, a $3,000 tax bill, that percentage is going to sting. But look right above that at the e-check option. For both GovTech and Auto Agent, an e-check is just a flat $1 processing fee. To keep your hard-earned money in your pocket, skip the credit card and just link your bank account directly using an electronic check. Okay, here is a massive troubleshooting tip for making sure your payment actually works. Watch the processing time. It doesn't matter if you're using GovTech, Auto Agent, or the Minnesota P-Tax portal. These online transactions are not instant. It usually takes about 5 to 10 business days for the funds to fully process, clear your bank, and post to the county treasurer's account. That electronic confirmation receipt you get, it's not totally valid until the money actually clears. Waiting until 11:59 p.m. on the final deadline is an incredibly risky move. Always give yourself at least a week's buffer to make sure it clears so you don't get hit with late fees. At the end of the day, paying your property taxes online is super easy and secure once you know which portal to use and how the fees work. But as always, we do need to drop in our professional disclaimer here. This video is intended for informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Please consult with a financial advisor or Rock County officials for personalized guidance. So as we wrap things up today, I want to leave you with one final thought before you go typing in your payment details. Have you definitively verified your state, your exact tax ID or PIN, and your local treasurer before clicking pay? Taking just an extra 60 seconds to double-check that database will save you so much time, money, and stress down the road. Thank you so much for hanging out and mastering your property taxes with us today. Stay curious, stay organized, and we'll catch you in the next explainer.